Hello, everybody. Every connection carries its own rhythm. Sometimes two people share space, conversations, and emotions, yet still stand in a very different place internally. What feels normal to one may feel overwhelming to another. What feels like care to one may feel like pressure to the other. This isn't about blame, it's about understanding how dynamics quietly shift when boundaries are unclear, expectations are unspoken, and silence begins to mean different things to different people. I am not here right now to actually do a tarot reading, but definitely I want to share a few narratives with you, a few thoughts with you here. So I hope we are going to be very amazing in this session. Okay, so this is going to be really beautiful, I feel. So, there's a clear difference between connection and control. Sometimes what looks like closeness from the outside is actually blurred boundaries from the inside. Two people can share, a beautiful bond. Okay, two people can share a beautiful bond. They can share a history, conversations, even emotional depth, and still not share the same understanding of limits. In every interaction, there are two roles, one who feels intensely and one who regulates intensely. The imbalance begins when one person believes access is automatic, while the other begins to feel observed, interpreted, emotionally monitored. Attention is not ownership, caring is not entitlement. Just because someone once responded warmly does not mean they are obliged or obligated to remain constantly available. Emotional generosity should never be mistaken for permanent access. A dynamic becomes unhealthy when silence is treated as an offense. Sometimes a pause is simply a pause, but when one person reads distance as rejection and the other sees it as self preservation, friction begins. There is also a difference between curiosity and intrusion. Asking questions is natural, demanding explanations is not. When someone feels compelled to justify their boundaries repeatedly, the line has already started fading. In any emotional exchange, dignity matters. If one person begins to dramatize normal behavior like delayed replies or privacy settings, it shifts the space from mutual respect to subtle pressure. Boundaries are not punishments, they are clarity. When someone draws a line, it is not always against the other person. Sometimes it is for their own mental stability. The problem arises when personal discomfort is projected outward. Instead of asking, why am I triggered? I focus, the focus becomes, why are you doing this to me? If you can understand the difference, that shift turns a shared space into a stage. Drama, melodramatic things start to happen. Ultimately, the healthiest dynamic is one where both people can exist independently without feeling threatened by distance, where silence is not weaponized and presence is not demanded. When that balance disappears, so does the harmony. So, these were the things that I really wanted to discuss to you people. And at the end, I want to say that healthy dynamics do not require constant explanation or emotional defense. They allow room for individuality, space without suspicion, and connection without control. If a line ever feels blurred, the most respectful thing we can do for ourselves and for others is to redraw it with calm honesty. Not to hurt, not to win, but simply to stand where we truly belong. So, this was the thing, this was the idea I wanted to convey you people, and thank you very much for listening. God bless you all.